Hi, this is Keith with VanTek Home. Today we're going to talk about an ice maker repair. So the refrigerator I'm working on is a Kirkland Signature. It's by Whirlpool. Fairly common model with a fairly typical Whirlpool ice maker. So the first thing we want to do is the complaint on this was that the ice maker wasn't making ice. So, the first thing I did on this was just, reach in there and see if the ice maker actually had water in it, if there was a cube sitting in there that hadn't harvested. So the first step we're going to do is while the power's on, also want to mention, to always follow all safety practices. Make sure you're wearing safety glasses. If you're working with anything and working with electricity, you always want to be careful. Unplug the appliances, etc. So for this one though, we've got to work with it while it's plugged in. So I have a little test module here that I made. It's just 12 gauge copper. Keep the insulation on it. Go ahead and strip it back about 1/2 inch, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just pull off this cover. So you just kind of pry that right off there, set that up inside. So on the ice maker itself, there's 2 terminals here. They're labeled T and H. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and actually get it to do a manual harvest. So the first thing we're going to do, and this is live here, so this has voltage on it, so you always want to make sure you're holding on to your little test jumper by the insulation. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug this in. When I plug this in, we're going to keep it in there for a moment. We're going to see this wheel start to rotate. Never rotate this by hand, but we're going to see that start to rotate. Once that rotates, we're going to hear a click, a very faint click. When you hear that click, we're going to go ahead and remove this jumper, all right? Go ahead and plug this in. So we can see the wheel moving. If you look really closely, you'll see that going. And we'll go ahead and remove this now. So just have to leave it in there for about 5-10 seconds maybe. So now what's happening is this is going through. If you can see inside, the fingers have come down and they're going to rest on the cube. And underneath the ice maker, there's a heating element there that's going to go ahead and start to heat up the ice and release it from the mold. So as this comes out, everything is good. So here's the deal. The symptom is, here's our bar, it's going ahead and it's raising up, getting ready to drop the, to drop the ice cubes after the harvest. Now here's the symptoms of this is that the ice maker will work with a manual harvest. In other words, you can put in your test jumper, the harvest will work, and everything appears to be okay. The problem is that without doing a manual harvest, ice cubes don't come out. So it appears that everything is testing fine, and yet it's still not working. So this is a real simple fix, and what I found on this. So I can hear the water. It's filling up the mold. And we're going to let it go ahead and finish its cycle. So once the arm comes back down, then we'll go ahead and unplug this. So give it a couple more seconds. There that goes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and unplug the ice maker. All right. So reach in the back here and actually unplug it right from the wall. And there we go. Okay. So What we want to do at this point is go ahead and this is the module, the control module. So we're going to go ahead and there's 3 screws on this. So we don't have to take anything out. You don't have to remove the ice maker to do this. Now I've already fixed this one, but I'm going to walk you through this. So once we get the 3 screws out, you can actually take this module, get right in the middle of the camera shot here. And we can get that and actually, come on, unplug this. So go ahead and take the arm out. So here's the module. Okay. Underneath the module, we'll see if we can get this nice and close here. Get my screwdriver to point. Okay. Underneath this module, right here, underneath, get it in the picture. There we go. Right under here is a set of points. So those points, what happens is this unit, zoom out a little bit, this guy here, as he goes through, this is rotating and this is actually throwing the points, okay, and controlling those. So again, let's see if we can get right in there. Right in there is a set of points. So what happens is these points, you know, there's electricity flowing between them, and anytime that there's a point open or closed, they arc a little bit. So what happens is they tend to get a little carbon buildup on there, and they don't make a good contact. So all you need to do is take something, a small piece of, I like to use about 1200 grit sandpaper, a burnishing tool if you have it, and just go ahead and run that right in there and just clean those up. If you move this lever, open up the points, clean the left and right of the opposite points, make sure they're nice and clean, that there's not any carbon on there. Once that's done, pretty simple. Yeah, get it in the right direction. So plug that in. It'll just seat right in there. We'll go ahead and put our 3 screws back in. Don't over tighten these, just snug them up. So 1 there, and then there's 2 at the top. Once these are put in, then we'll go ahead and snug that up. We'll go ahead and reinsert the bail. And that just fits right in there. It's always fun doing this when you can't see what you're doing. Okay, so once you get that lined up, it'll kind of snap in there. Test the bail, make sure that as you open and close it, you can see that piece moving there. We'll go ahead and zoom in on that. So as you open and close this, you should see that to make sure that you're in the switch. And remember, that is actually operating those contact points, right? So as this comes up, it completes the cycle, it comes down, it closes the other contacts. So this also, if you obviously if you put that up, that shuts off the ice maker because the contacts will never be in a make-break scenario. Once all that's back together, you just snap that back on and then fire the refrigerator back up, plug it back in, and that's it. So that module, this module to replace this on this particular refrigerator costs, depending on where you go online, which parts house you go to, runs approximately $60. If that module is really bad and not working, the motor's not working, etc., you can replace just the module. Remarkably, you can actually find this ice maker online for $80, $90. So for 30 extra bucks, you can get a new mold, you can get a new heater, I mean basically just the whole thing. So what we'll do is I'll do another video at some point in time where we'll actually replace the entire ice maker. But that's a quick fix for an ice maker that will manually harvest but won't automatically make ice. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to give us comments below, ask, and I'll do what I can to help you with that. Like us, subscribe, and this is our first video, so we'll hopefully be doing some more in the future. Again, all kinds of handyman stuff, VanTek Home. We do all appliance repair, stoves, ovens, refrigerators, microwaves, all kinds of handyman work, electrical, plumbing, sheetrock, anything around the house, as well as doing air conditioning repairs. So thank you for watching. Again, please subscribe. Hope you liked it. Hope this helped and saves you a few dollars. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and we appreciate it. Have a great day.